Hey everyone, Skylinks here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing Batman: A Lonely Place of Dying. Check that out. I actually like the cover. I think it's kind of nice. Batman and Robin smiling. Now this takes place after Batman: Death in the Family, which, as you know, is the graphic novel where they killed off the second Robin, Jason Todd. Since then, Batman has really become very violent and very careless and reckless. Within a week's time, he's already got himself shot twice and stabbed 3 times. That's ridiculous for Batman. He should dance around people if he's that good. But he has become very reckless. And a young lad named Timothy Drake realizes this. Tim Drake is somewhat stalking Batman and Dick Grayson, who is Nightwing. And he realizes what's wrong with Batman, and he genuinely wants to help any way he can. So he goes off and he tries to get Dick Grayson. And he tries to convince Dick Grayson to become Robin again. Now, you're probably all wondering, how does Tim know who Batman is and who Robin is? Well, not who Robin is, but who Nightwing is. Nightwing was very curious about this too, and he asked, and Tim answered in a very logical way, in a way that I'm surprised most people in the comic universe have not figured out yet. He said he was there the night Dick Grayson's parents died. And he saw Batman console Dick Grayson, and he learned that Dick Grayson got adopted by Bruce Wayne. And then Batman suddenly started having a partner named Robin. He started putting 2 and 2 together. And then he realized that Dick Grayson moved out from Bruce Wayne and went to New York. And then Nightwing started appearing in New York, and Robin disappeared. Again, putting 2 and 2 together. Then he found out Bruce Wayne took in Jason Todd, and Robin returned. And then Jason Todd died, and Robin disappeared again. So he's just using logical deduction, which I'm surprised that no one else in the world has used yet. But he knows Batman and Robin's secret identity, or Batman and, Robin's and Nightwing. So he generally wants to help Batman, because Batman needs a Robin, and it explains at the end why Batman needs a Robin. Not just for his safety, but for other purposes, too. Now, there's really 2 stories in this. There's a story where Batman's having a personal war with Two-Face, where they're trying to figure out each other, and they're just battling against each other. And the other side is Dick Grayson being convinced by Tim Drake to help out Batman. And Tim Drake says, you've got to become Robin. Batman needs a Robin. And Dick Grayson, who's already shown on the Batcave and all the shenanigans, says, I can't become Robin again. I can't go back to being 13. I can't move back in time. I have to be my own man. I will help Batman, but as Nightwing. And he drives off and he goes help Batman. At that point, Batman and Nightwing both are trapped by Two-Face and seem to almost die. They get into a big explosion. Tim says to Alfred, in a very cliche, convincing way, I need to go out there and I need to help them. So Tim Drake, donning the suit of Robin, Jason Todd's suit, and Alfred go to the scene of the action. Tim Drake helps out Batman and frees Batman and Nightwing from a collapsed building which exploded on them. And Batman is furious. But over time, Tim convinces him to allow him to be Robin, at least to stop Two-Face. And he does. They stop Two-Face. And it comes to the end. And the way Tim convinces Batman to let him be Robin is very good. It's a very plausible way to convince Batman to be Robin. The only thing that I have a problem with it is during the whole time, I can't see Batman getting lectured by a 13-year-old boy. It just doesn't seem right. And not jumping in there and saying something other than, I don't want a new partner. But anyways, his argument is 2 things. Batman, you need a Robin because you need someone to keep you happy. A partner. You'll be happier, and someone to care for you and for you to care. Because Batman is just obsessed with his Bat family as he is with taking down crime. The other reason is Robin is just as much of an icon as Batman is, or a symbol, and Batman is a symbol. And symbols can't be destroyed. So if Robin is destroyed, which is a symbol, then people start realizing Batman can be destroyed, and he's a symbol. So Robin needs to be there to affirm that Batman cannot be defeated, and kind of adds to the myth and the lore. Bruce Wayne basically says, I'm not going to say no, but we're going to take this one step at a time. You can be Robin. And history was made, and Tim Drake became the new Robin. Now, I went into this the way I did not want to go into this, and usually I like to go non-biased, but I went into this expecting a great novel. And I am surprised. I was happy that it was an amazing novel. The whole dynamics between Tim Drake and Dick Grayson was very nice. And the whole argument for him being Robin was actually pretty plausible and nice. It wasn't fantastic like your parents dying or some other reason to be a superhero, but it was a plausible reason, and it worked out very well. The action scenes were pretty nice. Seeing Batman in the mood he was in was nice. Granted, it's not the greatest Batman story, but it was still a fantastic novel, and I was pleasantly surprised that I went into it expecting a good novel and got a better novel. Now, to get this is actually pretty hard, because this is one of the two Batman graphic novels that is hard to get your hands on. I got this for a lower amount of money than I should have. Usually this goes for about $50. I got it for around 20. It is hard to find, I think because it's out of print. It's not that thick of a comic either. It's fairly thin. I wish it would be a little bit longer. That's my one complaint with it. But overall, it's a solid story, and it's very good. If you feel like pushing out the money, then go ahead. If you find it cheap like I did, or if you find it in a comic store, I suggest still picking it up. Is it necessary? Kind of. The main thing you need to know this is when you're transitioning from like Death in the Family and Blind Justice over into the Nightfall saga, you'll be like, who's this Robin? All you need to know, if you don't get this, Tim Drake became Robin. He's the new Robin. That's really all you need to know. But this explains it, and it's good to know why. Okay? So, definitely pick this up. I suggest it if you want to push out the money or if you find it for cheap. Other than that, unless you're a diehard Batman fan, all you need to know is that's why Tim Drake became Robin, okay? I filled in the gap, okay? So, with that said, this is Skylynx. I'm going to say peace out for now.